Hi all, this is Sandeep Khandelwal, student of 2019 Fall NLP course. In this video, I will be talking about the paper and system developed for real-time Twitter sentiment analysis of 2012 US presidential election cycle. Heo Wang, Dogan Kane, Abhi Kejimadaha, Francois Barr, and Shrikant Narayanan are the original author of this paper. The agenda of this video is introduction of study done in this paper, background of the study, research study design. I will be talking about system built in this topic. And finally, I will be talking about findings, evaluation, results of this research. As we know, social media platforms have become an important site for political conversations nowadays. In this paper, a tool was developed for real-time analysis of sentiment expressed through Twitter toward the incumbent President Barack Obama and the 9 Republican challengers. This analysis helps to explore whether Twitter provides insights into the unfolding of the campaigns and indications of shifts in the public opinion. Twitter is well-known social media platform and allow users to tweet messages up to 140 characters. As per 2012 year data, there were over 100 million active Twitter users, which sent over 250 million tweets each day. Most of the work so far has been done on post-tweet analysis, which provide the analysis result after few days and sometimes after few months. This particular research provide real-time analysis of Twitter data. There were some challenges in this research, as mentioned in the presentation, that will be handled in the future research. Let's talk about research strategy design. IBM Infosphere Streams provide platform was used for this research, which can handle higher volume of Twitter data. There are various phases in the processing as shown in the picture, and we will be talking about each phase one by one. Twitter is the input data source for this research. Twitter's public API provides only 1% or less of its entire traffic without control over the sampling procedure, which is likely insufficient for accurate analysis of public sentiment. Genie PowerTrack, a commercial Twitter data provider, was used to extract relevant data from Twitter. There were some rules developed to retrieve relevant data. For example, our rules for Mitt Romney include Romney, @Mitt Romney, @Planet Romney, etc. Tweets for 9 Republican candidates and Barack Obama were extracted using about 200 rules in Twitter. Pre-processing is the first step in any sentiment analysis pipeline, and tokenizer plays important role in the processing of the data. In this research, Christopher Potts' basic Twitter tokenizer was used to tokenize Twitter data. This tokenizer correctly handles URLs, phone numbers, HTML tags, Twitter mentions and hashtags, numbers with fractions and decimals, repetition of symbols and Unicode characters. One of the example of the tokenizer is presented in the picture as we can see in the presentation. Amazon Mechanical Turk AMT were used to annotate data with 17,000 tweets in the training dataset. The statistical classifier used for sentiment analysis is a naive-based model on unigram feature, and it classified data with 59% accuracy, which is pretty good. There were four classification of the tweet messages. They were positive, negative, neutral, and unsure. The visualization covers different statistics about tweet as mentioned in the presentation. We will be covering this in detail in the next slides. This particular dashboard display volume and sentiment by candidate as well as trending words and system statistics. This page display the most positive, negative, and frequent tweets as well as some random neutral tweets. It also shows the total volume over time and a tag cloud of the most frequent words in the last 5 minutes across all candidates. The dashboard pulls updated data from a web server and refreshes its display every 30 seconds. The research provides sentiment analysis of political events and news in real time as they unfold. There are a couple of examples which confirm the research assessment. One of the examples is during the Republican primary debate on January 19, 2012 in Charleston, North Carolina. One of the Republican candidates, Newt Gingrich, was asked about his ex-wife at the beginning of the debate. Within minutes, our dashboard showed his negative sentiment increased rapidly, and it became 3 times more negative in just 2 minutes. This illustrates how tweet volume and sentiment are extremely responsive to emerging events in the real world. This is the end of the presentation, and thanks all for listening to me. Thank you.